So we've been talking on this channel for probably about a week or so, maybe even more now, about a stock downturn that is going to be coming in the market. And today we did see that big impulsive move. There's still a lot of shakiness with the banks and everything, so that is causing some downturn in the market. But again, everything comes down to technicals. So right now I have the S&P 500 open on the daily chart. I have the Heikin-Ashi candles, and we're just going to run through. We're going to do the Heikin-Ashi candles and also the price action, and we're just going to run through our checklist as far as what we think the market is going to do. So right here, as far as the bear case, we have a big red candle on the Heikin-Ashi candles here for the S&P 500, and we could easily see this go down to this 100-day moving average. So as far as the bear case, there is one check right there. Now we can't really see any red. As far as the Bjorgum multi-MA, we have the 7 and the 25 pulled up. Nothing yet, but we are most likely going to see that in the next coming days because of this price action has basically went pretty significantly below those moving averages. I can just minimize myself a little bit and bring up the TSI. Now the TSI is an oscillator. It works great with the Bjorgum multi-MA, and so we are tracking that with it. And so we talked before how we have these consolidation points on the TSI, and we've reached where our previous highs are, and now we're starting to see a downturn. So that is a huge indication that we are likely to see more downturn in the next coming days, potentially in the next coming months, and that is why we have short positions open, and we're waiting patiently for more of those to develop. So that right now is 2 indications for a downturn. By the way, if there are any tickers that you want to see me analyze, just comment down below, and then just hit the like button while you're at it. It helps out the channel tremendously. You have no idea. If you have a YouTube channel, you do know how much that helps, so I really appreciate that. But getting back to what we were talking about, we have the S&P 500 here. So there's 2 checks there, and also we are overbought on the 100-day moving average. So you know, the 100-day moving average is one of the most popular moving averages there is. So the price action generally, as you can see, goes up through, down below, up through, down below, up through again, and now we're reaching that down below kind of part. So again, we're overbought. If you want to go long, ideally as a trader, what you want to do is hit the long as it just goes up over that moving average, and then you want to come down, and when you're playing a short, you want to go down ideally towards that moving average. Doesn't have to hit it, but you know, it's likely to, and it's all about probabilities. And then also we have the VRVP right here. Now the VRVP tracks volume, and it does it a little bit more accurately than just having volume up. It tracks it where it is as far as the price, and the price, again, just like the 100-day moving average, the price likes to go towards the VRVP, and you can see that we're overbought on the VRVP. So we're, you know, I could very easily see 395.50. If you have shorts open on the S&P 500, that would be a great price target. And this high amount of volume here means that if we do reach this price, we're likely to see a bounce off of it, come up, and then either retest it a couple times or even go higher. So a short, that would be really great to hit. We can bring up the actual price action for a second and to kind of give you an idea of what happened today. So let's just move this over, get rid of the VRVP, and you can see this huge impulsive move to the downside, and that is what you want to look for when you're going short. You want a huge impulsive move to the downside. When you're going long, you like to see a huge impulsive move like this right here to the upside. You know, you can see right here how I remember this day too. We just shot way up, and then we just crashed in the afternoon, or towards the evening, more towards close. And so that is really what you like to see if you're going short. So those are huge, all indications that we're seeing a downturn in the market. And we can bring up the half trend a little bit here. Now the half trend is great to track your trends, but it is late to get in sometimes and late to get out sometimes. And I believe it also does repaint. So you want to use it almost, at least in my opinion, as a secondary sort of indicator. And we can go down to the 4-hour right now, and the 4-hour is showing indication of a downturn on the half trend. So that is, at least as far as the 4-hour, another indication of more downside to happen. So we can zoom out too and see how everything is doing on the weekly, because that is very important as well. And so far on the week, if I just zoom in, on the week, we definitely have a huge impulsive move so far to the downside. Now we are still above those two moving averages. Could we see a bounce off of it? Yeah. But, you know, I'm still thinking in the short term that we're headed down lower, and I can just bring up the Heikin-Ashi candles on the weekly on the weekly chart quick. And here we are, we have this doji candle. And as I said before, now keep in mind the week has not closed yet. So this still remains to be said. But right now we have a red doji candle, which is showing a slowing down of the continuation of going up. So we're starting to now see a continuation going down. As far as the weekly with the TSI, there's still room to run there. You know, ideally, if you want to really play it safe and you're playing the weekly, you want to wait at least until there's this yellow indication that we're starting to reverse in trend. So we can bring up Nvidia real quick. And again, Nvidia, this is something we've been talking about for weeks. We laid out these zones here in our previous videos. We talked about how there was 2 doji candles and now there's 3. And the difference now is that we had green doji candles the last 2 weeks, and now we have a red doji candle. So again, everything is just starting to look more and more towards a turn in the market. We have a slowing down of the TSI, but it's holding strong. We have not quite even got a yellow mark yet. But if you go down to the daily on Nvidia, now we're starting to see a change right here. We have 3 red candles in a row. Now we had 3 red Heikin-Ashi candles previously, and we bounced up. And there is room to still bounce up. We could still see a bounce up right here, but my reassurance that we're going to lower lows is this bearish divergence right here. We had a high on the TSI and a high on the candle. Then we had a high or a lower high on the TSI and a higher high on the candles. And that what that shows is a slowdown of momentum. Okay, so again, our price targets, if you want to bring up the VRVP real quick. Now you see the VRVP right here is actually where the price is. And so there's not really a good way to judge regarding the VRVP. I think there's just because there's so much consolidation up right here that the price action and the VRVP is showing that it's liking to hang around there for a little bit. So we could see some more consolidation. But again, we have a high amount of volume right here. And if you zoom out now, you can see the VRVP adjust. And it's probably going to go down, in my guess, this lower zone right about here where there's other consolidation. Now we talked previously too, it could correct down to about we got 224 right here if this floor collapse, and it's starting to collapse. You can see with the VRVP right here, let me just zoom in a little bit for you. The price action is below the VRVP. So it's dancing around it above, below. So a little bit more, what this chart is showing me is a little bit more impulsive move to the downside for Nvidia would be a great indication to go in. Now I am already in on a short, but I would not say that you necessarily have to right now. I think it is a safe play also to just wait on the sidelines a little bit for Nvidia. I'm up on my Nvidia trade right now, but again, if you want to play it more safe, you can stick with that and you can just hang out for a little bit. And finally, Tesla. Now Tesla, and let's just pull the regular price action here real quick, and let's get rid of the VRVP for a second. Now Tesla did not have as much of a down day as the rest of the market. It was down 1.16%, and that was because of the huge impulsive move already. So some of that downturn was just already priced into it already. But think about it this way: if the rest of the market is going down, is Tesla gonna go up? Is it gonna rally huge? It could. Again, it could. You never know. But probability. It's all about probability, and this floor collapsed on Tesla, so we have shorts open on Tesla. We're up on that, but we're gonna watch it because everything with Tesla, especially if you're going short on Tesla, you got to play it safe. If you're shorting Tesla, you got to play it safe. I think if you've been trading in the past couple of years, you understand exactly what I'm saying. So once again, if you like this content, you want to see more, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can see all of my latest content. Write a comment down below. Let me see what tickers you guys want to see in my next video. See you next time.